Hello, I'm Fast Lawyer. Today we're doing a Let's Play, and I'm not sure if I should call it a full live review, but I'm actually going to play the DLC for Kayak VR Mirage. And this DLC just released yesterday, June 12th, 2024. And it's Soča Valley, Slovenia. And I played it yesterday, and it was totally amazing. The DLC is gorgeous. It's huge. It's detailed. It's the absolute best map in the game. And as far as visuals, I'm going to say it. To me, it's the most hyper-realistic experience in VR with gameplay. Bar none. No doubt about that. In fact, it might even just be the best visuals in VR, period, with or without actual gameplay to it. The visuals are stunning. The map is absolutely gorgeous. I bought it, for the $7.99, and I think it's absolutely worth it. Now, I think it takes about 30 minutes to explore, the majority of it. It's got a whitewater rapid section, and then a cooler, more relaxing section as well in the town. But the thing about this game, and right now the recent reviews are in mixed status, and it's for two reasons. The first reason, the major reason, is that a lot of people are upset with the update, saying that this DLC should have been included as part of the game. I don't want to. People are entitled to that opinion, but I just personally don't agree with it. I think for the price, I think the main game has enough content to justify the price. Especially since, keep in mind, this is a premium quality experience. This is one of the best VR games out there, even without the DLC. But with the DLC, it absolutely belongs in the category of maybe even the top 10 PC VR games. This game proves PC VR is the best. Just because the sense of immersion is unparalleled. It's hyper realistic. I can't wait to show you guys this Soča Valley if you haven't seen it before. It is amazing. In fact, let's go ahead and let's just go there. Let's just go to Soča Valley. We're gonna do the free roam. Now there's race, free roam, or tour. Tour is where it actually just goes by itself. You don't actually need to do it. This is a more relaxed pace. Race it's going to be too intense, so we're not going to do races. We're just going to do free roam because I just want to fully explore. We're going to do day, and we're actually going to start pretty rough. We're going to start with the Whitewater because that's really, I think the Whitewater is the more exciting section. So let's start with Whitewater. Again, this is Kayak VR Mirage. I bought the DLC, and I highly recommend it. And believe it or not, this is going to, maybe this is a surprise some people or not, but I think this may be the VR Game of the Year 2024 for PC VR. It is that amazing. The map is that spectacular. And like I said, I bought it. So, it's not like the developers paying me or doing anything. No, I bought this DLC with my own money. And it is one of the best purchases I've ever had in VR. And it's absolutely stunning. And look at the water here. Just look at the water physics. Just the water physics alone are amazing. Let's see if we can cut through here. I do have a frame rate drop here, and I probably shouldn't have tried to cut through here. But let's go ahead and let's do that. All right, there we go. We're cutting through. We're cutting through because I wanted to go through this little what is this, an alcove? Yeah. Look at this. Look at this. Doesn't this look amazing? I don't know how people are complaining about this. I really don't. Look at this. Doesn't this look amazing? Like this little alcove here. And look, we're going to go right back to the very intense Whitewater Rapids. Now, I personally think the Whitewater Rapids do affect performance. So right now we're at 90 frames per second, but I think as soon as we get here, it's going to drop again. Again, when the game's loading in, it's ooh, and I need to get better at kayaking. I need to get better. It's pretty intense. But right now we're at 90 frames per second. I did try DLSS, and you would think that DLSS would make performance better. I'm in an RTX 3080, and I do have my drivers updated, but for whatever reason, it tanks performance. Like DLSS did not work for me, and I believe I want to say I'm using FSR, but I'm not 100% sure on that actually. So we can look at my settings in a little bit, but the point is there's lots of graphical settings for everyone. And look at this coming up ahead. This is totally amazing right here. Look at this. Can you guys see this? Oh my God! Can you guys believe this? Woo! Whoa! That was amazing. Now I did have a frame rate drop there, but it's back up to 90 frames per second now. So yeah, I mean, and by the way, I am pushing graphics. Like this is. Let me go to options real quick. Let me show you guys real quick. Graphics, epic. So I am pushing graphics. So I'm not going for performance. I'm going for the best visuals possible on my RTX 3080. So dynamic shadows on, everything on, and look at the advanced graphics just so you can tell. I have fidelity effects, super resolution. Okay, that's how I'm getting it. Okay. I did put it on balance because when I had it on quality, it was just tanking performance too much. But yeah, I have DLSS off and pixel density at 1.4. So again, I am pushing the visuals. I'm absolutely pushing my RTX 3080 to the limits, and I'm okay with some frame rate drops. And I bring that up because, like I mentioned, the recent reviews are mixed status. Like I said, one of the reasons for the mixed review status, some people are not happy with the DLC not being included in the main game. They think it should have. I don't agree with that, but I can respect that opinion. I don't agree. I think the main game is quality premium, and so I think it is worth the price. And I think this DLC is just spectacular. It's worth more than $8, honestly. At least I think so. I'm happy it's $8. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to ask for a higher price, but I think it's totally worth it at $8 for what you're getting. This is totally amazing. Oh, again, I do need to kayak better. As you can see, I'm not the best kayaker. So I'm glad this is not happening in real life because I would have capsized several times already. But though, as you can see, the water physics is excellent. I mean, the Whitewater Rapids, the way they carry, and like I said, we are doing the more intense section. But once we get out of this section, and look at these town folks here. They're on the bridge there, and I think we're done through the very intense section. Yes, and they're going to cheer you on. Yes, thank you for cheering me on. Yes, you should cheer. Yes, clap. Yes, you should clap for me because in VR I'm an amazing kayaker. But look at the town. Look at the villa. It looks great. And look at the birds flying. Look at the sunlight. Look at the water physics. You can see fish swimming underwater. Let's see. Oh, there's a fish right there. Look, fish right there. You can go backward. The physics is excellent. Now, I don't have you can tailor the experience to what you want. Like I said, one of the options is just not paddling at all and just a total tourist mode, which I think is great. That's something I asked for in my oh crap. Like I said, I'm a terrible kayaker. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. I need to paddle better. Yeah, I am totally awful at this. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I think maybe I'm getting. It's one of those things where you do one mistake, and you start just doing a bunch of other mistakes because you start getting nervous. So let me just calm down, relax. But you know, this is the thing about this game: the visuals give you that sense of immersion that you actually feel like you're there. Ah, man, this looks so good. Man, just this is so scenic, so beautiful. It makes me want to visit Slovenia so that I can see this beautiful place in real life. But in VR, it feels like I'm already there. It's just absolutely amazing. Uh, but just everything about this game, you know, the water physics, just the way the water moves, all realistic. You know, the lighting, the textures, you know, the map, the environments, you know, the rocks, the trees, you know, everything is spectacular. And there's several surprises along the way. I don't want to spoil all the surprises, so I'll try to avoid some of the surprises. And but there's a lot of little hidden places to explore here as well. And this is a rather huge map, like I said. We just finished with the white water rafting part of the map, and this is just more calm waters here. But you know, you definitely just want to. For me, the races are nice, you know, because it adds some gameplay to the experience. But I just really enjoy the free roam. And if I do have one criticism of this experience, it's that the developers didn't lean on making it a social experience, a VR social experience. So one thing I would have liked to have seen is online multiplayer focused on social. So what I would like to do, and I mentioned this in my early impressions back in 2022, or you know, that I would like to kayak with friends, you know, or even have like an open lobby where you can just invite people and they can kayak along with you. You can just talk and chill and just, you know, kayak together, you know? Wouldn't that be great being able to share this experience with family or friends? You know, you can have like a two-seat kayak as well, or, you know, just have side-by-side kayaks, you know, just follow each other. But the ability to share these visuals with someone, with a friend or family or your partner, you know, your wife, your girlfriend, or, you know, your husband, whatever the case may be, uh, would have really put this game really up there on a pedestal. Like it would be like coming to a like a 10 out of 10 out of 10 for me. Based on what I've experienced, I would give this map, this DLC, a 9 out of 10. It is absolutely gorgeous. For this recording, I did lower the graphics a little bit because I had even pushed up a little higher because I'm fine with 45 frames per second and frame rate drops. But for this video, I wanted to keep it as close to 90 as possible while still pushing the visuals as much as possible. But normally, I don't care about that, and I don't care if it drops to 45 frames per second. So I had it even a little bit higher than this with visuals. And this is one of the games where it really does make a big difference. So this looks great, but it even looked even better when I was playing earlier because, like I said, I had graphics pretty much all the way as much as my 3080 RTX 3080 can handle. But I didn't want those frame rates, especially with video recording software running on top of it. So that's why I lowered it just a bit. And so I can tell the difference, actually. Doesn't look quite as good, but still looks amazing. I mean, still a 9 out of 10. Like I said, if they added those VR social features, I probably would have given this a 10 out of 10. That's really my only complaint with this. Otherwise, it looks amazing. Spectacular, beautiful. One of the most beautiful scenes I've ever seen in VR. It's super hyper realistic. It's jaw-dropping visuals, in my opinion. And I think it's a must-buy for PC VR. Like, PC, that's just why PC VR is the best, because you cannot get this type of experience on the Meta Quest, on the Quest standalone platform. You cannot get this. There's nothing on Quest standalone that looks anything like this. Now, PSVR 2 is also going to get this, but I'm sorry to say, PSVR 2 users, you too are not exactly going to get the same experience. Now, I'm sure you'll still be blown away because it should look really good on PSVR 2 as well, depending on how well the developers get this optimized. But there's no beating PC VR. This is where it's at. If you want the absolute best visual fidelity, PC VR is the way to go, and that's why PC VR is king. Even though most people are on the Quest platform, and I'm sad about that. But I'm accepting a reality, and I welcome those people to VR. But I would also ask them to consider, if they can afford it, PC VR, because that if they want the best experiences, that's where they're going to get them. You're not going to get them on the Quest standalone platform until probably many years from now, when maybe the Quest will have a strong enough chipset to be able to hang with the PC GPUs. But PC is about to get the 50 XO GPUs coming out pretty soon, so PC VR is about to get another boost with the better NVIDIA chipsets coming out, the GPUs coming out. But look at this. Isn't this so scenic and beautiful? I mean, how can anybody give this a negative review? I don't understand. Like, people who complain about motion sickness, again, sorry guys, but there's lots of graphical settings here to run it on your rig at a steady 90 frames per second. Now, recommended, it should be 120 frames per second if you're susceptible to motion sickness. And I'm sure if you put it all the way to low, it won't look as good, but you can get a 120 frames per second. But again, that's an issue with your rig, with your PC setup, not with the game. So I don't know why you would give a negative review for that. That's not the game's fault. This is a premium VR experience. The visuals are amazing, and if you get motion sickness, I'm sorry, but I don't get motion sickness. It's not the game's fault. Look at the bears; they're so cute. Can I pet the bear? Can I pet the dog? But yeah, this looks so scenic, beautiful, hyper realistic. I mean, this is jaw dropping right here. Absolutely jaw dropping. It looks so gorgeous, so beautiful. And like I said, I think the other thing is, people need to realize you don't need to race. You can race if you want to, but you don't need to. You can just see this as a relaxing experience. And you don't have anywhere to go. You can just, to me, this game is best as just a relaxing experience. If you try to make it a race, I'm sure you'll get some enjoyment out of it, but the visuals are so good. Do you really want to race through it? I don't know. But that's just me. I know some people enjoy the race mode, and that's fine if you do, but I myself, I'm glad the race mode is there, but it's not something that... Look, there's a fish right there underwater swimming. And that's the other thing, man. The animations and stuff look great. I mean, the birds flying, the fish swimming under the water. There's eagles, there's bears, and there's other surprises as well that I don't want to ruin. But yeah, I mean, and like I said, there's like secret little alcoves and stuff like that. It's just, this is an amazing experience. So I think it's well worth the $8, and I highly recommend it to everyone. I don't know that I want to continue the video anymore, because I think I think this is something you need to experience for yourself. Just so you know, the main game, if you don't know, the main game has 4 maps. I don't think any of them, in fact, I know that none of them are this big. So, but there's 4 distinct maps plus the DLC. The DLC is the best map. So if you're going to buy Kayak VR Mirage, I think you have to buy the DLC, because you're missing out on the best part of the game if you don't. And I could, like I said, while I don't agree, I can at least understand why some people might be upset about that. But I still don't think that's a reason to give a game a negative review, especially when it's so good. I mean, it's still a good game even without the DLC. So, I mean, it's just the DLC takes it like to maybe a top 10 PC VR games. So yeah, I highly recommend this. I did lower the music volume, by the way. There are some other options, not just because I just showed visuals. Like audio, I did lower the music for copyright concerns. There's general, where you can set your height in kayak, night exposure, haptics intensity, controllers attached to SIG. That's a big one. Now, if you have it on, it'll be more realistic because you can change the blade angle and it'll change the way it does force and all that. But I like it simple, so I turned it off. You might want it on, though. Accessibility, again, turn VR headset with Kayak. I think that's a must. I think you have to have that on, but you could turn it off as well. I was facing the wrong way when I did that, but that's why I turned it off. I have stabilized Kayak off, but you could have it high if you're prone to motion sickness. Force multiplier, I lowered it a bit. Turning multiplier, I lowered it just like a hair. Vignette off, obviously I don't need that. And crosshair, obviously I don't want that. But yeah, and by the way, there's unlocks you can do. I still need more to unlock stuff. Really, if there's anything I'd want to do, it'd probably be the Pollock 10,000. So I'm still a long ways from there. Anyways, I guess as I'm changing that, I might as well change this as well. There we go. But yeah, I think that ends my video. Like I said, if you want to call it a full live review, like I said, this is a must purchase in VR, in my opinion. I give it a 9 out of 10. And you guys know I don't throw high scores out there for no reason. I truly believe in this experience. It is one of the best experiences I've ever had in VR. This map blew me away, and I don't mind paying $8 for this quality. I really don't. Anyways, I'm Fast Lawyer. This has been my Let's Play Kayak VR Mirage Soča Valley, Slovenia DLC for $8. Highly recommend it. Think it's a must buy. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you found it useful. And stop looking at this video and play this for yourself. Because trust me, I think you're going to be blown away as well as I have been. I really don't understand the people that have been giving this a negative review. Like the people complaining. This is what I would. This is how I would respond to them. Tell me which experience is better than this. Name me the experience. Name me the boating, kayak, running, anything similar to this that's better than this game. Please, name that game that's better than this one to me. And you can't. And the reason is because there isn't. So this is why I don't understand people giving this game a negative review. This is the best experience of its type, of its class. And it's not even close. So, I mean, I know. Steam is just full of people who well, anyways, I can go off on a tangent on a rant here, but I won't. I'm just going to end the video here. And look at this. Isn't this stunning? You can see like a little villa over there. And look at this. Look at this rock formation. It's stunning. Anyways, thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.